All afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Pushes past him, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards, and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Touchdown, Carolina! For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman, because he's as big as all of them? Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
20.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They fake the give. Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action now, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From the red zone now, Newton. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott his 3rd interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Prescott. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Into the second. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Cooper with a nice grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike's 43. Bring it. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Here's Prescott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
To the air again, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7. Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And he's got it. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, nice move. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
By anyone's measure, CeeDee Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. play fake. Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. So don't say nothing.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st down, Panthers.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Newton. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Cowboys 7. Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the van.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Panthers have recovered. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Panthers.
Derrick Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Panthers 37, Cowboys 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Prescott now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long for Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing it.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Abdullah to return.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. A final score now from Chicago. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, check, check. Great, great, great. Ship, hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They begin with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.